Hello again guys, welcome back to another Big Al Devlin video here at the House of Devlin, and today's video is another drink of the gods where I review and get taste and give my feedback on a range of different meads. Okay, meads are a honey wine, which is slightly different to a honeyed wine, but they are a honey wine. So they're essentially a wine just made out of honey. They're a wine that is a wine that's made in countries where grapes don't naturally grow, or at least traditionally anyway. So today what I'm going to be doing, the last three reviews I've done have been on meads done by the Lancashire Mead Company, and they name their meads after the gods. So one's called Aegis Mead, one's called Odin's Mead, so on and so forth, and they have about 20 in their range, and I've sampled about 3 so far, so there's plenty more to come from them. But today I'm actually going to be sampling this particular mead here. So I've got a big bottle of it. It's not a sample bottle, and it's a rhubarb mead by the Lime Bay Winery over in Chute, Axminster, Devon. Okay, this is actually, for a mead, quite a what I like about this, actually, it's beautiful. You see, you got all this filigree pattern above the rhubarb mead display. They've got the logo up here, which is I assume some cliffside of Devon, where they're from. But then you've got this honey hive, beehive in the centre, and it stands out as well because it's being done in gold. So it's a nice label on the bottle. Not that obviously signifies that the thing's going to be any good, but it's nice to see little designs like this. And it's described as a delicious mead with fresh, fruity and sweet flavours of a rhubarb. And I got this as a present off my sister for my birthday. So it came a little later because of post and stuff. She had to order it in for me because these things aren't easily obtained. But I'm really looking forward to this because I love rhubarb. One of my favourite desserts is like rhubarb and cream and stuff like this, right? So I'm hoping it takes me back to almost my childhood, because it's not something I've eaten for a long time. It takes me back to my childhood eating fresh rhubarb, but you know, mixes that with obviously the flavour and experience of mead. As I say, it's 11%, and this is this particular bottle is a 75 cl bottle, which I think is the largest bottle they do. I think it's the only bottle that they do. Right, I'm just going to turn the light up just a little bit so I can read the description on the back for you. So the company itself is in the West Country, and it's passionate about producing delicious award-winning drinks. Okay, so that's just them just describing themselves. This particular mead shows the delicious pairing of honey and rhubarb, served chilled or on the rocks. So it typically has to be served cold. This tangy mead has the sweetness and fruitiness to pair it perfectly with blue cheese and terrines, as well as ice cream and fruit-based desserts. Okay, so it's like a dessert wine. Okay, so this honey mead, this honey rhubarb mead, has obviously got an added sweetness to it from the rhubarb, which makes it more suitable than perhaps other meads as a dessert wine, because dessert wines typically are sweet and complement the desserts that you typically drink them with. So I'm going to have a tipple, have a little drink, and tell you what I think. I'm a poet, and I already realised it rhymed. I was making sure that I wasn't a cork. I was about to say, shit, I need to go get a corkscrew. Right, so first of all, it smells like mead. So first test is, it smells like mead. I can't smell the rhubarb. Maybe a slight essence of rhubarb, but the rhubarb is obviously going to be in the taste, not the flavour, and the flavour, not the scent. Okay, so here we go. What a... Well, I'll leave the top off because I'll put it on whilst I talk. But I'll have a second up. Wow, that is beautiful. That is a wine or a mead that you would just, oh, that would really suit itself to a hot summer's day, or if you're lucky enough to live in one of the hotter parts of America like California, any day. Right, so this really is going to be really suited to a nice hot blazing Sunday. As you can imagine, drinking this cold, it is cold, it's chilled. I agree, you'd have to drink it cold to really get the full complement out of it. But it's, oh wow, that was so light and so delicate in its flavours in comparison to, for example, some of the flavours that I had in the Lancashire Mead Company, which are wonderful, wonderful drinks. I'm not comparing the two because they're done by different mead companies. They've got different purposes. I will compare the two, but I'm not comparing the quality because the quality's equal. I will say that this is a very well put together mead, just like the Lancashire Mead Company. Meads are very well put together set of meads, and what I like about the Lancashire Mead Company is they've got a range of about 20-30 of them, and every one of them so far that I've tasted tastes completely different and actually feels like you're drinking a part of the god, or you feel the personality of the god that it's named after within the mead. But this particular mead, this rhubarb mead, is absolutely stonking good. I love it. This has become a firm favourite. I'll definitely be buying another bottle of this. I think that's the question, isn't it? Would you buy another bottle? It's like with a couple of the other bottles, Odin's Mead and Freya's Mead. I said, well, when I get into it, once I've had a few meads and I've sort of developed more of a taste, more of a sort of, I feel like something a bit stronger, a bit moodier, that kind of thing, then absolutely I'll go for a Freya or Odin's Mead from the Dragon's Breath range of the Lancashire Mead Company. But Aegis Mead, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be buying that again immediately, in a big bottle, because I really enjoyed it. It's even more of a yes with this. This is become my favourite of the meads that I've tasted so far. Mostly because of its ease of drink. It is so easy to drink. It's so delicate on your tongue. I held it in my mouth for quite a long time, and I didn't get that, that little kick of alcohol that you get, especially if you keep it in your mouth a little bit too long. I couldn't taste the alcohol, which is nice. I mean, I know it's 11%, so it's like 3.5% weaker than the other ones, but 11%, 14.5%, it's not a massive difference, So it really is a beautifully delicate. You can feel how it feels like it's been put together with like almost like it's a newborn baby. Like every part of it's been put together and fermented, and with complete and absolute care, and it's been put together with a real degree of planning and an understanding of how flavors complement one another. There's no sort of hammer blow at all from this, where you're like, ooh, and then all of a sudden you get a nice aftertaste. Now, one thing I will say, which is just comparing it to the Lancashire Mead Companies, this is beautiful. Absolutely love it. You could drink 3-4 bottles easily in a night and not really notice it, apart from the fact that you probably get quite drunk. But the aftertaste that it leaves is not bad. It's not good. It's just not really there. There is no really prolonged aftertaste. Whereas with the Lancashire Mead Company meads, for example, every single one of them, even the fruity Aegis Mead, which is the most comparable to this, which had a very similar flavour, slightly stronger fruitiness. This was quite a delicate fruitiness, whereas that was a very, oh yeah, there's definitely fruit in my mouth, and then there was a really mellow honey aftertaste that prolonged over a period of time. This just had a fruitiness and then kind of like faded away almost very quickly. I mean, that made it actually quite nice. You know, it made it hard to taste the honey, and it made it hard to taste the rhubarb. And the fruitiness at the beginning, I think, is a combination of obviously the rhubarb and the honey sort of combining and sort of mellowing out each other. And I imagine on the second taste I'll be able to say, yeah, that fruitiness is kind of like it's definitely got a rhubarb essence to it. But the aftertaste, as I say, there is no honey aftertaste with this. Not that I could pick up on anyway. I mean, it went almost immediately, and I kept it in my mouth a long time. So let's have another go. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I can give you exact figures now because I was kind of counting with my fingers roughly how long it lasted. I've still got, I had a bit more there, I had a full mouthful basically. So I think really what happens is the aftertaste that you get from this develops more the more you have in your mouth. And probably because it's my second sip, it might get more and more the more you drink it. But I'm going to work soon, so I can't drink too much, you know. Basically, I had a lot more in my mouth that time, and the aftertaste is still ever so slightly there. So it's hardly I can hardly pick up on it, but you can't taste the honey. All you can taste is when that fruitiness hits. Yes, there's a slight fruitiness, and it's not 100% rhubarb, but there's definitely rhubarb there, and I assume the other element now is honey. I'm kind of getting a little sort of tiny sort of, it's almost got the texture of honey. That's what I would say. When you drink it, it's got that smoothness that, you know, diluted honey would perhaps have, that kind of almost golden kind of, oh, you know, very smooth caramel almost feeling. Okay, and there's this fruitiness that then you become very quickly aware that is rhubarb, especially when you've got enough in your mouth really to you know, make the taste stronger. The first time I probably didn't have enough in my mouth. I took as I say, a full mouthful on that one, and 100% I could tell it was rhubarb. The aftertaste lasted for a strong aftertaste for about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and then there was another aftertaste that lasted for about another 4 5 seconds where it was sort of tapering off. Okay, where it wasn't really there by the end, but the aftertaste was rhubarb as well. So actually, if you're a fan of the taste of rhubarb, this is the drink for you, because you get a drink that tastes like rhubarb, has the aftertaste of rhubarb. You can't taste the alcohol in it, which is always a nice thing with alcohols. I think if you can make an alcohol taste like a mocktail, then you're onto something, right? Because it just makes it so much easier to drink for people. Allows them to enjoy the actual flavours of the drink rather than thinking, oh god, I'm going to be so drunk tonight, and then of course then it hits them and then they're like, oh shit, how did I get drunk? That's because you've just been drinking, you know, possibly 14% honey wine, and and it tastes so good you didn't realise it was alcoholic. Right, I haven't turned my camera off, but I've taken it off the screen. Ham-fisted, aren't I? There we go, I'm back. I can see myself. Right, maybe the mead's making me a little bit too jolly. Okay. Right, I'll get this up on the internet, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. It's really all I can give. It doesn't come with a leaflet like it does the Lancashire Mead Company, describing how they put together the wine and stuff like that, which is a bit of a shame because I'd love to give you a bit more background on there. But I read everything on the bottle for you, and yeah, yeah. That's really all to say. The Lime Bay Winery makes an excellent mead indeed. I'm turning into a poet today. I'll leave it there. Bye bye.